How to recreate Luis Enrique's 2014 to 2015 MSN Barcelona tactics in eFootball? Barcelona won their second treble this season, with the legendary MSN trio becoming the highest-scoring trio of the century. Messi would go on to win his fifth Ballon d'Or for his phenomenal performance. How can we replicate Luis Enrique's strategies in eFootball? We'll explore Barcelona's main tactics, including MSN's roles in two attacking modes, how to build a team for each mode, and their respective online division highlights. After the 2013 to 2014 season where Barcelona was trophyless, they had a huge change in roster. Suárez's debut was a loss in the El Clásico. There were critics about the compatibility of the trio. But then, as Messi shifted his position from false nine to the right wing, MSN started to become unstoppable in all competitions. So what were Luis Enrique's strategies that made the team work with this trio? Luis Enrique's main formation was 4-3-3. While it still followed positional play principles where the attack was structured in 5 vertical zones, Enrique allowed more freedom of individual brilliance, which allowed MSN to express their creativity and chemistry. Let's take a look at each of MSN's role under Enrique. Neymar scored 39 goals and provided 8 assists. His explosiveness, one-on-one ability, and off-ball movement made him a constant threat. He could dribble down the left wing and create threats in the attacking third, or Jordi Alba's overlaps would let Neymar move centrally, increasing his goal-scoring opportunities and making MSN play closer to each other. When counter-attacking, Neymar's pace and dribbling in open space was almost impossible to stop. Although Suárez's goal tally wasn't as high due to his suspension, he became pivotal as the season progressed. His constant pressing, link-up play, and aggressive runs behind defenders created space for both Messi and Neymar. Suárez was willing to drop deep, play quick 1-2s, and sacrifice his own goal-scoring chances to assist his teammates. He could also score in ways no one could imagine. Messi's nominal position was RWF. This was the season where he started to further evolve his playmaking skills, winning his first IFFHS World's Best Playmaker Award. He scored 58 goals in 57 games, while providing 27 assists, proving he could be both an elite goalscorer and a creator at the same time. When cutting inside from the right, Messi usually had 4 main attacking options. 1. Dribble down the flank and cut inside to shoot while Alves overlapped. 2. Dropped deeper into midfield with Rakitic making off-ball movements to the right or into the box. 3. Played diagonal through balls to Neymar or Alba. 4. Combined with Suárez and Neymar using quick one-touch passes to break through defenses. Even though MSN were invincible, Barcelona's midfield was aging. Xavi was 34 and no longer a starter, and Iniesta was still elite but wasn't in his physical prime. With Rakitic replacing Xavi in the starting lineup, Barcelona's midfield lost some of its control but gained more directness and off-ball movement. Enrique had 2 main strategies, a possession-based system and a counter-attacking strategy. In addition to the normal front 5 attack, which involved the 2 midfielders taking the half spaces, Enrique's system allowed the fullbacks, especially Jordi Alba, to push higher and MSN staying centrally. In games where Barcelona faced defensive low blocks, this setup allowed for Messi dropping deeper into midfield, acting almost as a 4th midfielder. Neymar moving centrally, staying closer to Suárez and Messi, creating direct goal-scoring opportunities between MSN. Alba overlapping on the left, giving another passing option out wide for Messi. Then he would have many crossing or cutback options in the box, and forming the famous Messi-Alba connection. Rakitic or Alves making forward runs, rotating with Messi and supporting his deeper playmaking role. With these adjustments, Barcelona could still dominate possession, but with more emphasis on fullbacks and front 3 combinations, with the midfielders being the supporters in build-up. Enrique's second approach was to fully utilize MSN's counterattack ability, particularly in big UCL games, including their 3-0 win over Bayern Munich. MSN would stay high up during defense, meaning that Barcelona often had just 7 players defending. This was risky, but Enrique accepted it because of how dangerous MSN were in transition. Barcelona's counterattacks had 3 phases. 1. MSN instantly started counterattacks, forming the first wave. 2. Alba and Alves sprinted forward, adding width and providing extra passing options for MSN, forming the second wave. 3. Iniesta and Rakitic arrived later, ensuring defensive stability first, then acting as the third attacking wave if needed. This worked so well because MSN's individual brilliance meant they could create chances out of nothing, even in numerical disadvantage. With Alba and Alves providing constant support, and Iniesta and Rakitic ensuring balance, Barcelona's attack became a nightmare for any defense. For the first tactic, we want to achieve Luis Enrique's approach when the team dominates in possession. With flexible positioning, Jordi Alba's overlaps allowing MSN to play closely, as well as the midfielders making complementary runs for MSN. The formation should be a 4-3-3 and the team playstyle should be possession. The keeper should be an offensive keeper like Ter Stegen. Piqué played as a build-up center-back with good defensive awareness, while Mascherano was a destroyer with strong aggression and agility. The left-back, Jordi Alba, was an attacking fullback with exceptional speed and short passing, and should be given the attacking instruction. The right-back, Dani Alves, was also a fast-attacking fullback. Busquets played as the single pivot, operating as an anchorman. The left CMF, Iniesta, should be a B2B or a hole player with good technique and passing to connect the defense and attack. The right CMF, Rakitic, played like a B2B or a hole player, making tireless runs to rotate with Messi and cover the space behind him. Now for MSN, I'd just use their own cards. As substitutes or replacements, you can use a prolific winger, creative playmaker, or roaming flank for Messi and Neymar, and a goal poacher for Suárez. I would give Messi counter-target instruction to conserve his stamina. Here's the team, the extra instructions, and the table of players. Attacking. Alba allowed Neymar to stay more centrally. Don't do that.
And that could set him on his way. He's found some straight shots.
A 7-man defense can be risky. Alves' overlap allowed Messi to move closer to Suárez. When they are close enough, making one-touch passes can catch the opponent off guard. Bro, again?
That has added a whole new complexion to the game. Can he finish? And one more try. In it, and it has been an
That's a drawback of giving attacking to a fullback. So in this setup, you always have to try to score more.
That's what he's paid to do.
Having a B2B or a hole player making runs for Messi is really helpful. It gives Messi more passing options.
Luis Suárez. Proving terrific.
Notice Alba and Neymar's positioning. As Alba overlaps, Neymar moves centrally. Once Alba gets through, it's too late. Trying the same attack again.
Jordi Alba is charging up on the overlap. Junior.
From now on, I'll use my best MSN cards.
And we're done.
Attacking on Neymar and Alba's side again, but this time, instead of making a cross or a cutback, the CMFs who stayed behind to support the attackers played a key role. Neymar dribbled down the flank, then immediately made a run into the box, allowing Suárez to link up with him. Busquets, the anchorman, was also pivotal in this play. This setup allows Messi to join the build-up centrally and use his vision. Notice how, once he made a pass in the middle, he ran straight into the box until the end of the attack, instead of going wide again.
Although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Having someone like Rakitic help the team regain possession higher up.
It's loose and there's a race for the ball. There's much frustration as to the lack.
Again, this attack wouldn't have been possible without Rakitic making the tireless run.
Messi, De Paul, now it's De Paul. Chance with a header.
Counter-target Messi, but don't ask me what happened.
Barcelona are looking to break at pace. He's got away. Real chance here.
Even with a possession playstyle, you can execute a quick attack like this one on the attacking fullback side.
Defenders popping up in these positions. He's shifting through the gears here. And there goes the final whistle. Barcelona can take all the spoils.
For the second tactic, we want to achieve Enrique's counter-attacking approach and the 3 waves of attack we discussed. The team playstyle should be quick counter, with the CMFs positioned slightly lower in the 4-3-3 formation. I also converted Messi into a right SS to allow him to receive counterattack passes centrally, while keeping his counter-target instruction. Both fullbacks were given the attacking instruction to join the counterattack as quickly as possible. 9 of the 11 players can remain the same except for the 2 CMFs. I selected 2 orchestrators for Iniesta and Rakitic, one being more technical, the other better at shooting. This is because we don't want them making runs into the box as much. Instead, they should join the attack behind the fullbacks. Here's the team, the instructions, and the table. The front 3 MSN forming the first wave, the fullbacks forming the second wave, and the CMFs staying behind as the third wave.
Neymar. Oh, what a climb! Fabulous.
Nice attack.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Mohamed Salah hits one. Looking for options.
Counterattack immediately after regaining possession.
Pedri. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Oh, that was expansive and incisive. The type of move.
Then one more Messi moment.
Now it's Messi. Shot a goal.
Nice pass.
Decent hit. It's stoppage time. Referee looks at his watch and blows his way.
Maradona header, nice. A similar attack involving Jordi Alba with Iniesta staying behind.
And he's managed to get free.
Messi formed the first counter target, then Rakitic stayed near the edge of the box for a long shot.
He's found a way through. Messi. And the shot.
And how is that a foul? Excuse me?
It's at half time. Now it's Neymar.
Just individual brilliance.
Neymar! And he's had a hit. It's true, and he's following up.
Wow.
It's fallen kindly here. 1 with second half.
Alves moves very high thanks to the attacking instruction.
Now it's Messi. Terrific header. Dyke.
Another counterattack, another moment of individual brilliance.
Pedri. Oh, super find. Now it's Neymar. He's had a hit. Goal, Barcelona! And the comeback is complete.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Luis Suárez. That is a little undercooked. It's a decent clearance. 2 minutes to be added on. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Thank you so much for watching. Do you feel the nostalgia?
So the winners bullish
If you enjoy my
and the
content,
victorious
please
after a
subscribe,
remarkable
like, and
collective
share.
effort.